And we're back for our second show of the day. Gary's on his way to the ball game. Everybody recognizes this guy.
Hey, guys.
This is Taylor at Shop Yins, the Y that's always on top of my head. Got Bucs in the basement shirts now. Got the Y there. Got the Y here. Got the Y everywhere. We are at Allegheny City Brewing, and we are sampling some delicious beers. If anybody follows us, you probably should. We were back down here, was it yesterday, with the man,
with
Mitch
the man
Keller.
Mitch, yeah.
They have a beer that I'm going to be sampling today. It's a Keller beer that they have named Mitch. If you haven't, come down, dude. It's a great can. I should have grabbed one from them.
I'm gonna go grab one real quick.
Yeah, he's going to grab one real quick because it's a good looking can. Great beer. But right now, we are here on Pirates opening day. Oh, there's the can right there. Oh, dude, I think it's so sweet. So we're here today. I'm obviously going to be sampling some beers. I got some beers up here in front of me. But also, we're going to be talking some minor league news and some major league news because, it's opening day. We can't go without that. The one thing when Taylor and I were here yesterday that he kind of pulled me aside and said that Mitch said that there was a different feeling in this clubhouse. And what did he kind of attribute that to?
Kutch.
It's just one word. It's Kutch.
It's just Kutch. I mean, he says he makes everyone better. He brings that whole clubhouse together and just has that just love of Pittsburgh, I think, and it just filters through the entire locker room. I mean, Kutch is an outfielder, and the fact that Mitch says he attributes that to the entire team, that just means a lot. It means volume. I'm so excited for the game today.
Oh, I know, man. I can't wait to get down there. We're about 2:17 here, hoping to probably pack some stuff up and get down there because you don't want to miss, AJ Burnett, Batman, throwing to Russell Martin. The video tributes they're probably going to be doing down there are just going to be insane. The crowd's going to be insane. They've called for the blackout. It's the 4-1-2 blackout. I mean, this is probably the most excited I've been on an opening day
since early 2000s. I mean, mid 2000s, yeah.
Because it seems like things are finally going in the right direction. And it's not only because when we were sitting here yesterday talking, it wasn't just what was going on at the major leagues. It was if somebody doesn't perform at the majors, there's somebody right behind them.
Or gets injured or gets traded. Yeah, there's the people behind, the guys behind the current roster could be better than the actual roster today. But we have a great roster already. So that's exciting.
Yeah, and I was went home last night after coaching my son's baseball. He's in modified T-ball, so if he gets pitched to, and if he doesn't hit it in 6, you got to bring out the tee, and that's the most. You could tell with a kid, I didn't want to do that to them. So disappointing. They're just to be the first one to bring out the tee. The kids were all on fire last night, so I didn't have to bring out the tee last night. I was happy. I guess they had a good pitcher. Man, I actually nailed one kid on the side. I did. And the dad was there, and the dad's like, hey, coach, you trying to brush him off the plate a little bit? And I'm like, yeah, maybe, I don't know, or maybe I'm just not used.
Teach him young,
Luckily, their balls are very squishy. But anyway, I went and I watched the Indianapolis doubleheader. I watched Altoona play before I went to bed. A lot of people are going to see Travis Swaggerty, after a little bit of a tough opening weekend, first at bat in the doubleheader, home run. To Capito Marcano, who was vying for a spot at second base, hitting well, but also playing in the outfield and making a G1 Bay-esque catch.
Oh, yeah? I didn't see it.
In left field last night. So everybody's seen the one with G1 Bay going up against the Green Monster. I think that at some point in time I may want to get that somewhere in a picture.
Yeah, especially if he turns into be a steady piece of this team.
Yeah, it would be awesome, man. So that's definitely I think that's why there is just such a good feeling here. You've got Kutch back. I think it was the other day, after we had swept Boston, Carlos Santana pulls everybody into a huddle and starts doing a little dance on the mound.
Think about that. So that right there to me means more than because that means they're having fun. They're like a family again, and we are family. Just think about that. Baseball should be fun. They look like they're having fun. When they were winning and they had the Zoltan going, you could tell like that is what built that team up. Like they were all so close and front. They had fun, and that's finally back in Pittsburgh.
I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to see what the new symbol is. I wish they would bring that back because I think I still have my. I think I still have one of those shirts.
There is a new symbol they're doing, like the money. Is it the money thing they're doing?
Oh,
right now?
a Gallery Moretta. Yeah,
I think that's what they're doing now. So, hey, like that, Pittsburgh. I mean, the N stands for all the sports, the black and gold, one logo for all three sports. I'm a fan of all three, but Pittsburgh is a baseball town, and winning baseball here is like no other. And I can't wait for it to be back.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, I actually, when you talk about that, I had gotten a call from a Duquesne student who was writing a paper on whether or not Pittsburgh was a baseball town, and asked me like some of those questions of, why is it a baseball town? I'm like, well, if you go to opening day, it's not, I mean, it's the atmosphere, but everybody there is a Pirates fan.
Everyone.
Like everywhere. When the Pirates start winning, you start seeing, more Pirates shirts out, more,
sellout crowds. I mean, the games are electric. Like a couple of years ago, last couple of years, the only time I had a sellout was like firework night.
Yeah.
Now it's like standing room only. If anyone knows, $100 seats today. Like, think about that. Normally you can go for peanuts.
Normally there aren't standing room only, but
normally you can go anywhere in the stadium.
You can go anywhere in the stadium, but yeah, it's definitely a different feeling, and I see this kind of building and going as the season goes on for the reasons that you mentioned, that there are guys that somebody gets injured, somebody goes down, that there are going to be guys stepping up, and today we have the opening days of Greensboro and Bradenton, which don't mean as much for the big league club at the moment, but I feel like they mean a lot for what Ben Cherington is building. Because Ben Cherington always talks about the waves. Everybody always talks about in a rebuild, you talk about windows. He doesn't talk about windows. He talks about waves. He talks about the Bradenton wave, the Greensboro wave, the Altoona wave. That when other people are down, and they are giving people pretty big bumps and pretty aggressive in their assignments. Jared Jones is going to be going this weekend for Altoona. I think he's pitching on Sunday. I mean, he was just drafted out of high school as a two-way player. They just decided a pitcher, and then he pitched in Bradenton in 2021, pitched in Greensboro in 2022. He's in Altoona in 2023. I'm thinking some of these aggressive movements they're making is because they see it coming together quicker, and they want some of those guys to be there to back up that.
I agree. And I think this would be a good question for you. Do you think that Ben has Indianapolis and Altoona? Do you think he has all them buying into the bigger picture? Like a lot of the guys right now that are in AA, it could be in AAA. But do you think that they're okay with it because they know these waves are coming and they just have to work their tail off to get to the majors?
I think that Ben Cherington does a good job of that. I think that John Baker, the director of players and coaches down there, he's like the minor league GM. I think he's a mental health skills coach from Chicago. That's what his background is, and he is the one that talked to Ben Cherington about having these developmental coaches at each level to kind of not only individualize the player's workout, but to individualize the message that is kind of coming down. Because a lot of times, a Matt Gorski, if he was truly upset, he played in Altoona last night. Matt Gorski, everybody knows, had torn up Greensboro last year, was starting to tear up Altoona, ended up getting injured, got a little bit of a cup of coffee at Indianapolis, and people were looking at him as there's somebody that was going to be on the doorstep. Inside the Bucs basement, Gary and I both wrote, that could be a guy that could have been protected in the 40 minutes. We were worried about losing him because he's an athletic outfielder who could also play first base. End up wasn't selected. We were, safe with that. Yeah. But he comes out, first at bat of the season, hits a home run. Third at bat of the season, they're, cut down, trying to come back, and he, slams one out and gets a single there, just trying to get those runs driven in. And so, there is, just a lot of stuff going on that I feel like they are buying into the bigger picture. I mean, we were just down in Bradenton, and it looked like the guys, everybody was just having a great time. Of course, didn't get to show you Pirate City. Next time it will happen.
we
But
will.
those
We'll get
guys,
there.
well, they gave him the day off. We didn't take the day off, but they took the day off. But those
Quinn
guys,
Priester did it. Shout out to Quinn.
yeah,
For throwing great guy too, by the way. So.
yeah, absolutely great guy. You know, signed the balls for us, put on the Yins hat, had to get the Yins shirt and everything, and he came over. He didn't have to. Like
No, he
we're
didn't.
just like a couple of dudes standing there, and he's just
Defense,
like by the fence, just watching workout, and he just came over and just like, hey guys, how's it go? It's a great guy. Good stuff happening there, and I mean I'm looking for a bounce back start from him. I've already said this in Indianapolis. His first one, he got hit around after about the third inning, but it wasn't like real hard contact. He did give up one home run, but most of it was like little pokes to the outfield, kind of threw him off his rhythm a little bit. But yeah, I mean, there is that different stuff that's happening here. But I feel like those guys are absolutely 100% buying in. And they're realizing as they see like a Jack Sawinski who gets added to the 40-man and is coming straight up from Altoona, which is something that never would have happened in Pittsburgh before. I mean,
it wasn't supposed to happen that way.
Yeah. I mean, and
Jack's
sometimes,
special.
yeah, and sometimes it takes injuries, and sometimes it takes performance, sometimes it takes whatever it is. But knowing that if you are in Altoona or Indianapolis, you have to be ready for that call, that you could get the call up at any point in time. And when you come up, I mean, before in Pittsburgh, if you came up, I mean, you were going to get a long. I don't know if that's the case as much anymore with how many people. So you have to perform from the jump.
Think about like Castro. Like he's a perfect example of that. You know, like he's not performing right now. People are already asking for him to be sent out.
Yeah.
You know? And he's already kind of proven himself to an extent, but he's just not living up to what, you know, people expect of him. So
absolutely. I mean, that's
so real quick before I forget, what has happened in every game we've been to together?
Brian Reynolds has hit a home run. We were at PNC last year in August. Brian Reynolds homered. And then the two games that we went to on that Saturday and Sunday, we were down in Bradenton. Brian Reynolds has had homer. So, I mean, it is pretty much.
Are we betting today? Brian Reynolds is hitting a home run? I mean, should we throw some money down here?
One of us should definitely. I'm probably the less lucky person. It's probably more you being there. Brian's hitting those home runs for you. I don't know if it's as much me.
If anyone's listening right now and they get their bet in before and Brian Reynolds hits home runs today, give us a shout out. Please do.
Absolutely.
It's going to happen. I'm calling it right here.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get this one on tape because those other ones, I get caught up in the moment. I'm a fan. Like I want, but I have that mental, but I also want to have the, hey, I'm a podcaster, I'm a whatever. People want to see the live videos and stuff. They want to see the fan reactions. They want to do that type of stuff. So maybe I'll do a little bit better of a job here today. But right now, we're sitting out here. What is it? A little bit like an hour.
It's 2:30 here.
It's 2:30. So
2 hours of the game.
Yeah.
We got to get going down. So let's test out some brews. Allegheny City Brewing, ECB right here.
And the other thing I was going to ask you is we're this close. I was really hoping. I've been checking my phone. I was really hoping for the Brian Reynolds news to break today. I'm just gonna put that out there, everybody. I really did.
I forgot about that, but yeah, no, it would have been a great present for home opener.
Oh, it would have been.
So we all want to make Brian Reynolds a Yinzer. That's what we want. We want him to be a lifetime Yinzer, and we want his kids to grow up here for the rest and finish his career here. So let's fingers crossed here that it happens.
Yeah, so let's let me play the music here real quick, everybody, just so you already know what's coming up.
A pitcher of beer, let's order another pitcher of beer. That pitcher of beer should come over here. I love that pitcher of beer.
All right, guys, as Taylor and I have said, we are here at Allegheny City Brewing, testing out some of the beers. We did have one of the beers last night, but I still added it here because I wanted to just give another shout out to Mitch again for that. But the first one that I am trying here is called Zeal. It is a New Zealand Pilsner. New Zealand, not even like you usually hear about that. The New England Pilsners or something like that. No, this is a New Zealand coming in about a 4.8. I've been sipping on this one on the side here over here. I'm going to give it one more.
I have a friend from New Zealand. It's a little fun note from college. One of my fraternity brothers.
Oh, really?
Shout out to Sam. Always in New Zealand. How's the beer here? Can I try it too?
Oh, absolutely,
we
man.
can
Yeah.
rotate. We can rotate, right?
Yeah, not a problem, man. I'm giving this one everybody knows this is a Pilsner, so it's going to get a little bit of the hit on the WOBA, but I'm going to start it out at a 400, dropping that down to a 350, a very solid drinkable beer. I probably, this might be one of the ones if I was going to be sitting here all day just like watching the game, this is one I might sip on the whole time. What do you think about that one?
I think it's good. For as light as it is, it does have a really good taste to it. I agree. I think it's a good one.
Okay, and this one is the single track Nectaron. I can't, single track Nectaron. And this is your hazy IPA. And it is all Nectaron hops coming in at 6.3. I love the hazies, man. I don't know why. I think it's just a little bit has like a fruit flavor to it or something. It just gives it like a.
They do, yeah.
Oh man, that's good. That's a 425 right there.
Oh, yeah?
It's dropping that down to a 375, but that's a good one right there.
Fruity is the word.
Yeah.
Fruity is the word. That's a good one. What's the percentage of that one?
That one is a 6.3, so it's still not super heavy. It still tastes like, definitely a little bit lighter. Now we're going up to the Deutschtown Brown. It is an award-winning, robust brown ale. I think it's probably my wife's favorite. She's a brown ale drinker.
I saw her drinking that earlier. I'm not the biggest brown ale guy, but
oh man, that's got some. Here's the thing: is I feel like I'm like one of those guys on like one of those like silly TikToks or something that's like a crap beer. You taste the malt in that one. The malt,
you can smell it.
That's a good freaking brown.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm just gonna. That one is not getting because I don't know if I had browns weighted or not. I'm giving that one a straight 350, not taking it down whatsoever. As far as browns go, and that one is coming at 5.5. But man, like you said, once you put up, you can smell. You know what you're gonna.
You know what you're getting. Yeah. So
and
this one.
This one is called the Dream Sequence. And as I came down here to talk to these guys, they brew every Monday, closed every Monday. They were doing a collab with Coven Brewing, which is a place I'm going to definitely have to check out here down in Pittsburgh. Haven't been down there yet. I met the owner there. She was absolutely awesome. She was just in here brewing, talking to us about what was going into it. And when she explained it to me, I'm like, I don't know what to think of this. And Dream Sequence is a tropical stout.
Ooh.
Give that and I'm not. Chris is the bigger stout drinker, and I told you that last time we were on here. I'm not like one of the bigger stout drinkers.
I have to get Chris this one. I think it smells really good.
The tropical stout. When she explained it to me, I was like, I have to try this one.
That was really good.
Oh man,
it's different.
That's different. But here's the thing: is like when you drink a stout and that like, it's like almost like a punt. That little tropical taste takes it away from it a little bit.
It has a good aftertaste too. Like it makes you want more.
This one is, a 6.1. It's still like very drinkable. Like
it feels heavier though.
It definitely does.
Feel
like
heavier.
Yeah, because usually with a stout, you're looking at like at least like an 8, and you're thinking it's going to be so much more.
Fill you up a bit, but definitely worth the flavor.
Oh, dude, that one. I'm maybe a little bit partial because I was talking to them when they were making it. I'm going to give them just a straight 400. Not going to weight it whatsoever. That one is definitely a good beer, and this one is kind of like the last one.
It's the beer of the week.
This is Keller. This is the Keller beer. Named
I've been drinking
Mitch.
this all day. I've been drinking this one all day here. It's the Mitch.
And this one is a Keller style lager coming in at 4.5. And we were talking about this last night that it tastes heavier.
It tastes way heavier than a 4.5. And there's so much flavor to it. It is a great beer.
You
can get this here. You get this down at Mike's Beer Bar down by the stadium there, right outside PNC Park, which I'm excited to swing by there real quick. It's on draft there as well. So they did a great job with this beer. Mitch was here yesterday, signed autographs. Loved the beer. Everyone here is drinking the beer today. It's a hit. I think it's going to be a beer they have to keep all year, all baseball long.
It definitely has to be there. And like I said, this one, I'm just giving this one a 450. I'm going high on this one, and just the taste of the beer, the way that they did it, the way that we showed the can, the way that they just nailed this.
Full package. Yeah,
it's a total package. It's a Keller beer named Mitch. It's baseball season. Maybe some of that's in the air for me. The people at Allegheny City have been absolutely amazing to us these past 2 days. I can't thank them enough for having us down here. Anybody that doesn't, it's 507 Foreland Avenue. Look for the big Deutschtown mural. You can't miss it. There's a parking lot right there. And there's parking on the street. They have a beer garden. There's music going on.
Picnic tables out front. As soon as summer hits, this place is going to be the place to be at.
Dog friendly, people friendly, friendly to us as well. But can't thank them enough. But we're getting up against it here, and I just need to get down there, and I need to soak in some of that opening day atmosphere.
All right. So did you talk predictions with Gary today?
I didn't talk
All right,
predictions.
let's talk predictions real quick. Let's get it on camera. Let's get it live. What do you think? You want me to go first? Or you want to go first?
Dude, you want to do the predictions. You seemed
All
eager
right.
to do it, man.
I mean, I didn't even think about it till now, but we gotta say who's gonna win today, man. And I think with the blackout, with Kutch, with Burnett and Martin there, I think we come out swinging. I'm gonna go 8-5.
8-5. That's not a bad one. Rich Hill. Last time he was out, he went the full 5, gave up 3 in the beginning, but pulled it back a little bit. And Homer's, and the other part is, and Homer's in Cincinnati. I think Kevin Newman's was a no doubter, but the other one, it's kind of maybe wind aided, whatever it would be. I'm going to go with. We're raising the Jolly Roger today, and I am going to go 7-2. Obviously, a Brian Reynolds home run, and I'm going to go with a McCutchen earth-shaking home run in his first at bat.
I can't even think about it. When he comes on the field, that place is gonna rock.
Yeah,
rock.
When they talk about, I always think about the 12th man, out in Seattle, when they say that place caused an earthquake. I think of something similar with Kutch's first at bat here at PNC.
It cuts me so much to the city, man. I mean, he does, and then him back here. The thing is, he can't leave. He's here till the end of his career.
Oh, he has to be.
Ben has to just figure it out.
Even if it's year by year, even if it's this year, whatever it would be, you just kind of got to do it. And for everybody that doesn't, go follow me at Bucs Basement. Obviously, go to Shop Yins, get to all your Yins gear. I was out at a Penguin game the other day, was wearing my Yins gear. It fits everywhere. For those that don't, we got Indianapolis versus Louisville. We got New Hampshire and Altoona. And then it's opening day for Greensboro as well as Bradenton today. Greensboro is going against Hudson Valley, and the Clearwater Threshers are traveling into Bradenton. Didn't announce it just yet, but if Reynolds gets extended here at this point in time, that will also cause this place to even rock even harder. But hopefully that gets done at some point in time. Taylor, always good to talk to you, man. Glad you can make it up here for the home opener.
See everybody. And real quick, anyone listening, 15% off Bucs 15, BUCS 15 on shopyins.com. Get anything you want. We got t-shirts, hoodies, hats, sweatshirts, tank tops, whatever you need. We got it.